Hi, love. So it's the next day, and it's been raining all day. So I decided to do a movie night for the kiddies, and they decided to watch Bridesmaids. The next day was Wednesday, and it was Zepbound time. And once I was done, we headed to Matura Beach, and it was just so beautiful. This beach is where the leatherback turtles go to lay their eggs. And because the tide of the water is so high, it usually comes all the way up to the sand and wash the eggs away. So Trinidad created the harvest, the leatherback egg harvest, where they store the eggs. And if you look at this gigantic hole right here, this is where the turtle laid their eggs and it left. So it is turtle season in Trinidad right now. And then we headed to Balandra Fishing Center, I think that's what it's called. And you could definitely bathe here. I really enjoyed here because it had no rocks in the water. But anyway, later that night or the next day, I believe we went to a party and we got to hear Lady Larva. The next day was Independence, and of course, we missed the fireworks, but the taxi driver was so clutch, y'all. Why he put us right in the view of the fireworks so we don't miss it. So, Mr. Taxi Man, if this was you, you definitely came in clutch, and you definitely was a 10 out of 10. However, the kids did not miss the fireworks because they left out early with my brother, and it was kind of difficult for us to get transportation out of the area that we lived in. But of course, it is Independence Day. Who is inside, and who is outside already because the fireworks start at 8 o'clock. So, of course, all the drivers probably went off the road. But anyway, we headed to the avenue, and I'm about to let you guys listen to some of Trinidad and Tobago national instrument, which is the steel pan. So that's enough of me talking. And then right before this band went on, we ended up walking down to meet the rest of the gang. And we saw some famous bars, and my sister want to say something.
It's live from Trinidad, not in Brooklyn. So you see the Mocha Jambies is in Trinidad. We on the avenue, Ariapita Avenue.
And as we walked down, we see Tantan and Boy. They were created by Peterman Show in 1990. They won Band of the Year, King and Queen. And y'all, I was just in my glee because it has been a minute since I have participated in anything carnival-wise. And it was just a comforting feeling to know that this is my culture and I could be a part of it. But anyway, y'all, we met up with the rest of the gang. And when I say my mom was such in her glee, she have her grandchildren, her kids, just enjoying her Trini culture or our Trini culture. 10 out of 10. Then we went back to the Doubles Den, and of course I had to let Layla try what a real snow cone tastes like because I don't know what they be having in the States saying it's snow cone. Okay, so she ordered mango, but I think he gave her one of the classic snow cone, which is a mixture of all the flavors, and we ordered a milk snow cone. So if you don't want the milk, just say you want a plain snow cone. And Layla liked it. Her only remarks was it was sweet. Duh, is a snow cone. But anyway, let's get back into the vibe of the night. And at this point, I started to become so overwhelmed with emotions because this is what the culture of Trinidad is: love, multicultural, everybody coming together to have fun, expressing their different cultures, because it's not only about, Trinidad is about all the other Caribbean islands that came together. Carnival, if you don't know, is what was used back in the day to mimic the white slave masters and the way they portray them, So a lot of people might be like, oh, some of the things are so demonic. Yes, because that's how they felt towards their slave masters back in the day, and it's just a tradition that continued. Now that I'm older and could understand the meaning and history of Carnival, I'm so blessed to be a Trinbagonian, and oh my gosh, to be able to share it with the next generation is just amazing and a true blessing. So if you get the opportunity to go to Trinidad for Carnival or even Independence, I hope that you guys stay safe and remain blessed. But let's get into the rest of the video. And today is the last day in Trinidad, and we usually do a massive cookout. And while I'm recording, my sister looking at me, so I'm like, could I help you? But anyway, my mother making a corn pie. Some people call it corn casserole. And she's an OG with making this. And then my brother was making his special wings. Don't mind the stove, y'all. My mom was heating up some corn soup, but it was time to leave. We left midnight and arrived back in the U.S. at 5 a.m. on Labor Day. And yo, when I say I was so sad, but that is my travel vlogs.